We were currently on the plane. I was sitting quietly reading a novel. Ace was sitting next to me on the window seat. I knew how much he loved the window seat, so I didn't argue with him on that. Besides, I preferred to read novels whenever I needed some peace. My favorite genre was romance, though I read all genres as long as it kept me hooked till the end. 6. While flipping over the next page, my eyes shifted to Ace. He was engrossed in work, as he was busy doing something on his laptop. I stole a glance at the screen, only to find he was reading some kind of contract. I decided to not even think about the kiss from last night since Ace pretended like it never happened. All I knew was I had to keep my thoughts clean and straight. He was just my best friend, nothing else. I would not think about anything else with him except our friendship. What's going on in your mind? Ace asked, snapping me out of my trance. He was looking at me now, instead of his laptop screen. Nothing, I just needed a break from reading at a stretch, I lied bluntly. I couldn't tell him that I was thinking of how to not be more than friends with him. He raised his brows. You needed a break from reading a novel? Seriously? I sighed. Please, at least I read novels. Look at you, reading some boring contracts, I pointed out. Well, despite this being a contract, which is related to work, it's keeping me entertained, unlike you, who got bored by reading a novel. I could see the smirk on his face. I couldn't even lie to Ace properly. Why did I even say I needed a break from reading? Now, he was making fun of me, of course. I rolled my eyes and averted my gaze to the novel I was reading. It was pointless to make a point while talking with him because he always had more points than me. Anyway, Ava, he called out. I hummed in response, not looking in his direction as he continued. Mom is going crazy to meet you as her daughter-in-law. At least that's what she said when she texted me a few minutes ago. She also said Emma, Aunt Chloe, and Grandma are eagerly waiting for you too. What magic have you done ever since you met them for the first time? I chuckled. I don't know, but maybe no one can ever dislike me. I have that charisma. I flipped the hair in my front to my back to show my fake pride. But I am so excited to meet them too, especially Emma. Emma was his younger sister, who was in her sweet 16. Where is Liliana though? And Grandpa? Lily is somewhere due to her work since she's a first-year lawyer. And Grandpa, well, he trailed off. Liliana was Aunt Chloe's daughter. I have always heard Ace calling Chloe Aunt Chloe, so I ended up calling her Aunt Chloe too. I looked at Ace and sighed when I read his expression. He isn't taking this news well, is he? I asked to be sure. Grandpa adored me a lot, but he was strict too. He definitely wanted a grand wedding for Ace. This unexpected wedding disappointed him. We have to show him we are so in love because he suspects something went wrong and we got married to save your dad's reputation, he informed me. But you also married me to save me, right? I asked innocently. Immediately, he shifted his gaze to the laptop screen and hummed in response when he could feel my intense gaze over him. I suppressed my smile and continued reading quietly. Soon we reached the Valentino mansion in Utah. Ace had his driver pick us up from the airport. Once we reached the huge beige-colored mansion, we walked through the stairs to reach the entrance. Ready? Ace asked me and extended his arm. Sucking in a deep breath, I grabbed his arm and said confidently yes. As soon as we got inside, I heard Luna Valentino, Ace's mother, holler, "They are here." She ran downstairs and pulled me into a tight hug. "Welcome home, honey." "Mom, you were supposed to say that to me," Ace remarked. "Well, now I have to take care of my other daughter, so you come last," Luna responded, making me laugh at Ace's reaction. This was the only reason Ace never met me in his house that much, because all attention would be on me. It was either he was jealous of me getting all the attention, or he only wanted my attention on him, which he would barely get whenever we met in the Valentino mansion. Obviously, it was the first reason. "Thank you, Luna," I said with a warm smile. "Oh honey, just call me Mom now. I would really love it if you do so," she responded, her face brightening up with happiness. I nodded my head. That was when I spotted Aunt Chloe, Grandma, and Grandpa. "Hello, sweetie," Aunt Chloe said and pulled me into a warm hug after Luna. I am so happy for the two of you. Nice to see you, Aunt Chloe, was all I could respond. Then Grandma hugged me too. I always knew it would end with the two of you being together. I glanced at Ace, who was enjoying seeing me getting squeezed in between hugs of love. I glared at him, which made his smile wider than before. That annoying yad. After the hugs, I went to Grandpa, who gave me a side hug with a curt smile. Welcome to the Valentino family. You have always been one of us, but now, you are officially a Valentino. Thank you, Grandpa, I said with a genuine smile. I would have a hard time making him believe Ace and I married for love. He was too smart to differentiate between a marriage of love and marriage for saving the reputation. I have so much to talk with you, but I have to go to work now, Lena commented. She was a chef, and she owned the Valentino Stars restaurant, which was a 5-star restaurant. I will drop her on the way, Aunt Chloe told us. She was a fashion designer in Valentino fashion. You guys came from a long journey, so take some rest, okay? Luna said, and I nodded. She and Aunt Chloe got out of the house. I scanned the living room, but when I didn't find someone, I asked Grandma, where is Emma? She is in her room. She answered me. Why don't you go meet her while I make sure your belongings reach Ace and your bedroom? I will send the lunch too. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much, Grandma. I am going to the study after freshening up. I have to check some files. With that, Ace left from here along with Grandma. I was alone in the living room with Grandpa. As I was walking towards the staircase to go upstairs to Emma's room, I heard Grandpa say, if you loved Ace, why would you date Simon in the first place, let alone agreeing to marry him? I gulped hard.